If one of these days you happen to log into your Instagram account and you see this weird half key looking icon appear on your profile, don't be alarmed. It's just Instagram's latest feature, Flipside. And in this video, I'm going to tell you all about Flipside, show you how to access it, and as a small business owner, how you could potentially leverage this to grow your community on Instagram. Now, before we jump into the basics and start talking about Flipside, let me just remind you that if you're a small business owner, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button right now so that you get a notification every week when we release a new marketing video. It's our small contribution to the business world, but it's one that can help alleviate a lot of stress. We know that's hard to stay on top of all of this changing trends and information, especially when it comes to trying to grow your small business. So let us help you out and do all of that research, package it up nicely, and bring you all of the pertinent information that you need. What is Flipside? According to sources, Instagram's Flipside option provides an alternative profile space which is only accessible to you and your chosen connections. There was one term that I kept seeing throughout all of these articles when I was researching Flipside, and that was the term Finsta, F-I-N-S-T-A. Now, the article stated that basically Flipside is a way to incorporate Finstas. Now, if you're a 40-year-old like me who had no clue what Finsta meant, I looked it up so that you don't have to. Finsta is actually a spam Instagram account where people post what they are too afraid to post on the real account. That definition comes from UrbanDictionary.com, and as we all know, UrbanDictionary.com is a solid source of information. Essentially, if you've ever wished that you could have a separate Instagram account where you could post less polished content, stuff that your employer won't see or stuff that your mom and dad won't read or your aunt or your grandma, a place where you can be your unhinged, authentic self around people that you truly trust that will not judge you, then that's what a Finsta is. It's ultimately a fake Instagram account, and that is what Flipside is allowing you to now do. Basically, it's allowing you to create a Finsta. How does Flipside work? First, we're going to start with a disclaimer. Just like every other feature that Instagram rolls out, they're rolling this out in phases, which means that you may not have access to Flipside quite yet. If you do happen to have access, though, let us know down in the comments below, and also tell us what state you're in, because we're really genuinely curious about how this is going to roll out in regions. And so you may be in the Midwest, and I don't know, maybe they're rolling it out in the Midwest first. So let us know down in the comments below. But if you don't happen to have access to Flipside quite yet, be patient and sit back and watch the rest of this video, because either way, you're going to want to know or have some type of an idea on how you want to use it whenever it does roll out to you. How will you know if you do have access to Flipside? Well, apparently there are two different ways from what I read. So number one, a partial key will potentially show up at the top of your profile. Now, that is an indication to you that something is incomplete or that you need to do something in order to get that full key to appear. The other way is supposedly on your profile down in the bottom right-hand corner, there's going to be a key that appears there. And so that's telling you that something is different and that you should be able to click on it in order to access some type of new feature. My understanding is that they are not pushing out an actual notification. So you're not getting a notification that pops up on your phone that tells you that you have Flipside. So either look for that partial key at the top of your profile or look at your profile picture in the bottom right-hand corner and see if a key appears in order to access it. What you'll need to do is, if you're looking at the top where the impartial key is appearing, you'll need to swipe down and then this pop-up box will appear. Or another way is, if you do see that key appear in the lower right-hand corner of your profile, you supposedly click on it and this box will then appear as well. This is where you'll be able to add a new profile name and picture if you want, or from my understanding, you also have the option to actually transport some of the information that you have in your profile, your regular Instagram profile, onto this Flipside account. Now remember, this is really important. Even though this is a separate account, technically, it is still attached to your Instagram profile. So do not be posting stuff on this Flipside account thinking that nobody is going to know who you are. The people you give access to are going to be able to see what you have posted on this Flipside, but it's still attached to your account. Okay, so this isn't an anonymous account or anything like that. Just remember that. Now, toggling between the two is going to be really easy. Supposedly you just swipe down and you're able to access your Flipside account, and then swipe back down to go back to your regular Instagram account. What we recommend is, even though that part of it is easy, transitioning between the two accounts, be sure that when you're posting to either account that you take a look and you verify which account you're posting on. So you certainly don't want to be posting something on your regular Instagram account if it's intended for your Flipside account. So just cover your bases and be sure that you're double checking which account you're posting to. From here, you'll be able to select the friends, family, or people that you are connected to on your regular Instagram profile that you will want to have access or to see the stuff that you post on this Flipside Instagram account. Do business accounts have access to Flipside? In all of the write-ups and blog posts, I could not find written confirmation of Instagram specifically stating that business accounts would have access to Flipside, but I'm almost certain that they will be rolling it out to all Instagram users, including the ones that have business accounts on the platform. So let's talk about how you could potentially use Flipside in your small business. So one of the ways, because we always talk about segmentation, you could potentially create a Flipside account on your business Instagram profile that will be very specific to a targeted group of people. So let's say, for example, we happen to have a course that we sell, and that course is very specific to small business owners who are participating or wanting to sell their products and services at craft fairs, events, or markets. Now, that's a subgroup of overall small business owners that we share content for, right? So we could potentially create a Flipside account that only shares information related to events, craft fairs, pop-ups, and markets. And that would be very specific to that group of people. And so then essentially what we would do is, it would be very manual, but we could actually go in and just select small business owners that we know are crafters or vendors at these markets and give them access to that Flipside account. So segmentation would be one way that you could utilize a Flipside account for a small business. Another way would be posting very specific content on that account. So essentially where that's a little different is, let's say that you sell a product and you don't want to muddy up your regular Instagram business account with just tutorials of how to use that product. Well, you could create a Flipside account that simply houses all of your tutorials. And so then you wouldn't necessarily need to be as specific about who you're allowing on that Flipside account. You could choose everyone that's on your regular Instagram account to also have access to your Flipside business account, but the type of videos, reels that you're posting there would be hyper specific than what you're sharing on your regular business account. And so while every once in a while on your regular business account you may share some product tutorials, you're going to do that very specifically on your Flipside account. Another way that you could use your Flipside account, you could use it to be humorous, provide a realistic perspective of your industry, or however you may want to build or further that connection with your potential customers. It could be done on that Flipside account. So really, it's just another extension of what your small business could be doing to come off as relatable and personable to the people that eventually could be buying your product or service. And if you're thinking this is a really strange move on Instagram's part, it's really not. They're taking all of the data and information that they know about Instagram users, and they're giving them a little more of what they think they want, this multi-profile management type of use on Instagram. And what I mean by that is they've noticed that people aren't posting as much, right? People are having a lot of conversations and sharing a lot of information on Instagram stories. They're also utilizing that close friends option on Instagram stories to hone in on who's able to see certain stories. And so this is by far an extension of that. Additionally, Instagram says that the younger audience, and I don't know what age group they deem as a younger audience. Obviously, it's probably not us in our 40s, but because they're used to sharing stuff on Snapchat, and it's a little more of that closed community type of feel, that in order to get that younger audience onto Instagram, they have to be able to basically allow for some type of multi-profile management, right? For some type of capability for them to be able to pare down the people that are following them and to be able to say, hey, this is my core group of friends or the core group of people that I'm super comfortable with being myself and wanting to share a certain type of content with them. Hey, if you're an SOB, small-owned business, stick around and watch this next video right here. And don't forget to go to our website at theseasonedmarketer.com where you can sign up for our weekly email list and also get access to more freebies and downloads. We'll catch you guys next week, same time and place.